Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the secrets hidden within seemingly boring corporate documents. And today we're diving into GATX Corporation's latest filing, which is basically a peek behind the curtain at a major financial move they just made. So, what is the big story here? GATX, a company known for its leasing of rail cars and other transportation equipment, has just announced a significant debt offering. They've essentially borrowed a massive amount of money to fund their operations and future plans. This isn't just any borrowing though. This is about them raising a cool $400 million by issuing new senior notes. Think of it like this: they're selling IS to investors, promising to pay them back with interest over a long time. They're issuing two types of these IS, or notes as they're called in the financial world. The first batch matures in 2035, and these come with a 5.5% interest rate. This means for every $100 someone lends them, GATX will pay them $5.50 in interest per year until 2035. The second batch is a bit more of a long haul, maturing in 2054. These carry a slightly higher interest rate of 6.05%. So for every $100 lent, investors get $6.05 per year, but they have to wait a lot longer to get their principal back. Now, how did they get this money? They worked with some big name financial companies like BofA Securities, Citigroup Global Markets Incorporated, and Morgan Stanley and Company Incorporated, acting as underwriters. These guys are the intermediaries who help sell these notes to the public and institutional investors. They basically guarantee that GATX will get their money. This whole deal is governed by a trust agreement or an indenture that GATX has with a trustee, which in this case is US Bank Trust Company, National Association. This indenture lays out all the rules and protections for the people who bought these notes. It is like the binding contract for this massive loan. The actual exchange of the notes for cash happened on the 24th of October, which just a few days after the agreement was signed. This tells us things moved pretty quickly, which is common when companies are raising significant capital. It is really interesting to see how these notes are structured. They're essentially adding to existing debt. For example, these 2035 notes are being added to a previous issuance. This means GATX now has a total of $700 million worth of these 2035 notes outstanding. Similarly, the 2054 notes are also being combined with past issuances, bringing the total to a whopping $900 million. This strategy of reopening existing debt can sometimes be more efficient for the issuer. And of course, to make sure everything is on the up and up, they've got legal opinions from a law firm, Mayer Brown LLP, confirming that these notes are valid and legally sound. This is a standard but important step to assure investors. The person signing off on this report on behalf of GATX is Thomas A. Ellman, their Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This is the top finance guy making sure all these important financial decisions and disclosures are handled correctly. So what is the takeaway here? GATX is clearly in a growth or expansion phase. Or perhaps they're refinancing existing debt at potentially more favorable terms given the specific rates. They're raising a substantial amount of capital, which signals confidence in their business model and future prospects. However, taking on more debt always comes with risks. The company needs to ensure it can generate enough cash flow to cover the interest payments on this new debt, especially the long-term 2054 notes. The fact that they are issuing more debt in existing series suggests they have a well-established debt program, and the market is receptive to GATX's debt issuances. It is a strategic move to fuel their business, but like any major financial undertaking, it will be important to watch how effectively they manage this increased debt load in the years to come. Alright, that is our breakdown of GATX's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.